Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Econobox garage. And this week I'm back on the back of the car, working on the rear edge of the boot floor, the rear valance panel, and the rear quarter panel on the right hand side. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this week's video. Well, before I start work on the back edge of the boot floor with the template I made earlier, I've decided I'm going to get to work on repairing this inside corner here. First up will be to clean up all the mess on the back of this part of the inner wheel well. There's a big chunk in here. And I just make a patch panel for this area. And then the panel that I purchased for the shut panel will go in here, but again I've got to clean up this edge here, and there's some leftover bits on the back of that'll need to be replaced. Well, I've cut one piece off this corner here, and it looks like on closer examination there's actually another couple of patches been put in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this back till I've got some original metal. So I may just go in and replace this whole strip along here and then tie it in with the new panel that's going to go in here. So that would be this panel here. I'll zoom out a bit. So that would be that fill panel there, and get the patch panel for the quarter panel itself in there, and then I can get this patch panel in that fills in that gap in behind. Before I start work on this side over here, I'm going to fix this side up here to give me a solid reference point. I don't think I have to really cut too much out of here. This is bent up a little bit, and get this whole edge straightened out, and then I'll be able to use that template I made in an earlier video to set up this top line here. I think a lot of this is going to be guesstimate. I'll just make the two panels fit together, get some seam sealer on there. I've been working on the back edge of the boot floor, and I just realized in my template that I made, I need to make these slots a bit bigger to give me a bit more wiggle room around the tie downs for the spare tire strap. So I'm just going to take this back out, make those slots bigger, and get back to work. I have the template I made earlier bolted into place and just clamped down to make sure it's along the edge. And I just use the same spray paint method to mark where that edge should be. So I'm going to pull that off now and get to work on reshaping that back where I have to. Looks like it's mostly going to be in this stretch through here, and I have to replicate this back corner and that, and of course got to fix that part of the inner wheel well, and then go from there. There's still some spots along here I'm going to have to trim where they overlap. I have put kind of a bit of a pencil mark in along here. They overlap rather than butt, basically from here across here and just the other side of this thing here. So I'll have to make some adjustments there, and then while I'm at making those adjustments, I've marked out where I want to cut this rear quarter panel. Yeah, so I just measured this so that that seam will line up right across the back here. So I'll get that cut, and that will give me a bit of extra room to start cleaning up this edge of the boot floor here. I have to recreate this little section in here, and then the shut plate will go on there, but I'm pretty sure that shut plate goes in after the actual quarter panel patch is in place. So now that I have this panel out of the way, you can see where I've got my pencil mark, and I just have to cut that metal away, basically from there, along there, all the way to about here. Well, this leg of the inner wheel arch is one piece obviously I have to repair. So I've gone and made a cardboard template to do that. That fits right there. And so the next step with this is to cut this out of steel, weld it up, and then weld it on. So there I've marked the 3 pieces from that cardboard template onto this sheet steel I'm using. I'm just using what's left over from one of the floor pans. So next video, I'll be doing some trimming and welding this piece in. Same on this one. I'll weld this piece together and get it in place, and then the rear valance panel will get welded in. But we'll save all the welding for next time. Well, that wraps up this week's episode on our Bugeye build. Next time, I'll be welding panels back in instead of taking stuff off. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon so that you'll get notified when the next videos come out. And also, I really appreciate your comments. My name is Ian. This is the Econobox Garage. We'll see you next time.